the 8 waste. And we will discuss about the in-depth about these 8 waste in the Kaizen section during the war on waste. There are a couple of acronyms that you would have heard while you have seen these 8 waste. You can type whatever acronym you have heard, please type in the comment box. Wood is one acronym, downtime is another acronym. Anything else that you have heard about? Okay, primarily these are the two. Earlier it was called a stem mode, right? So look at here, worm pet. I heard about it somewhere, but hardly I've seen people using it. That's fine. See, acronyms are for people to remember, okay? And if you feel you can, it's called as a learning pedagogy. There are different types of learning pedagogy. And for the experienced people here, I wanted to talk about this learning pedagogy for 2 minutes, if you allow me. If you search in the internet for 8 types of intelligences, you would see there is something called as a linguistic intelligence, a person who can express in words. There is something called as a mathematical intelligence. There is something called as a kinesthetic intelligence. There is something called musical intelligence. I'm not explaining all this type of intelligence, but the point that I'm trying to say is the human brain is created by God in a unique way, and each of them have their own special skills of remembering them. If you agree with me, please type agree in the comment box. I wanted you to respect that type of an intelligence, which says that if the person is able to remember by a different type of acronym, so be it. The purpose is, there is no question of which is right. Downtime is right, or Wood is right, or anything else that is right or wrong. But it's a way in which he can remember this so that it will help him in the application of that, or it will help him in the training of that. Okay, so D as in defects, O as in overproduction, W as in waiting, N as in not utilizing resources, T as in transportation, I as in inventory, M as in motion, and E as in extra processing. And the same things in Wood's. But in Wood's, instead of E extra processing, you'll have over processing and stuff like that. But then all of this are actually Muda. Muda will lead to dash, and that will lead to dash. Please type in the comment box. Experts who have attended my earlier sessions. Muda will lead to dash, and that will lead to dash. Fill up the blanks. That's right. So any waste in the system will start creating an imbalance in the system. Will start creating the imbalance in the system. If one dosa is not right and the customer is waiting, it will start creating the imbalance. I cannot consistently produce. If I'm consistently producing one dosa in a minute, and suddenly something goes wrong, there is a pressure. How many of you seen that pressure in slog overs of cricket, right? If everything, the run rate is evenly fine, there is no pressure. But then if you don't catch up to the tag time or the target evenly, then ultimately that imbalance. I mean, how many of you have seen that, we've been scoring well in the first 10 hours and suddenly, there is a lull in the next 10 hours. I'm talking about a 50-over match, and these days T20s are quite famous. First 5 hours, they would have bashed, immediately 2 wickets gone, suddenly an imbalance. And then that imbalance is called as what? Imbalance is called as what? Imbalance, inconsistency. No, Mr. Jagyasi. Imbalance is what? Mura. Okay. Imbalance is Mura. Imbalance, instability, inconsistency, variation, and things like that. And that will eventually lead to what? During the slog overs, it will lead to what? I hope if you remember this cricket, you will be able to see Muda, Mura, and Muri. Yes, you're absolutely right. I hope this cricket example is interesting. Last time we didn't discuss about this example.